Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Eclipse Roblox, and I'm back here again with another video. Today, we are finally doing the long-awaited video from my channel, the top 10 airline of Roe Aviation. So this video is basically a request from a lot of people in my Discord server. The Discord server invite will be down in the description below, but that's besides the point. But I've basically been holding off this video for like 2-3 months straight, and you know, I'll finally get to release it today. So right off the bat, I'll set off some ground rules. So first of all, I will not be including any airlines that have ceased operations or like announced that they will stop operations for 2020 or like just completely delete it, because you know, I want to respect their wishes that they want to stop. So you know, none of those airlines that have ceased operations will be on the list. And second of all, this is purely just my opinion. You can have a completely different set of top 10s and I won't mind, because this is just my opinion. Alright, like my opinion for the top 10 could be trash in your opinion, but it doesn't matter. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So right off the jump, we have kind of a tie. It's between Fly Kudos and Aqua. This is like, these two airlines are some of the largest and most well known within the community, and there's good reasons why I placed them on number 10. Is that first of all, they're OG airline groups. Like, these airlines were here since the beginning of Roe Aviation, and they have stood up to the test of time. Like, matter of fact, I'm kind of surprised by how Aqua Airways has lasted for so long, and both airlines set like the modern day standard in Roe Aviation. Like, if you want to start an airline, there's some things you could take from Fly Kudos and Aqua at the same time. And my only concern with these two airlines and why they like barely made the top 10 is that they could get some revisions raising standards, because I feel like, in my opinion, some of their standards are still stuck in time from like 2015 Roe Aviation, where like the standards weren't that high. I feel like both of these airlines could just get a massive overhaul, revision, raise the standards, and I feel like I'll be able to place them higher. But right now, they comfortably sit at number 10, Fly Kudos and Aqua. So number 9 is kind of a throwback. For number 9, we have Luxury Airways. So fun fact, this is actually my first private flight in Roe Aviation. They offered me it, so just a random side note. But the reason why I placed this small airline number 9 is because they offered amazing private flights for me, and they have amazing plane interiors, and they have like a bunch of extra vehicles like private limos and stuff. Usually you only see larger airlines do that, but like this small airline also provides that service. And they also have very well made and designed airports and background on the game, and they also have a pretty well trained staff team despite not having a lot. Like, I was kind of skeptical when I first came here to review them. I was like, oh no, this is gonna like take an hour, but they weren't that bad at all. So overall, Luxury Airways, like, there's just a couple minor inconveniences holding them back, but right now they did a good job and they deserve the number 9 position in my opinion. So coming in hot at number 8 is Caribbean Express Airlines. In my opinion, Luxury Airways and Caribbean Express are really similar, but Caribbean Express only comes out on top because they have a more experienced staff team. They also have a very nice airport, very nice background setting in game, and they have a nice fleet of planes, and they also get everything done very quickly. Like, in under 30 minutes, it's just like a snap. And within those 30 minutes, they still provide you excellent service. And just on a completely side note or a disclaimer notice, the number from like this point on, number 8 to number 4, in between those numbers, the airlines could easily be interchanged. So the rank 8 or rank 7 airport, in my opinion, is not any worse than the rank 4 or rank 5 airport. I mean airline. I don't know why I say airport. Bruh. But that's just on a side note. Like, I feel like it depends on the individual and the person looking at the list. So from rank 8 to 4, all 4 of these airlines could be easily interchanged depending on who you are and how you look at things. And claiming the number 7 position, we have LL Airlines. I don't know if I pronounced that right. That sounds best as I'm gonna get. So they have an amazing airport. Not only is it like very well detailed, it's a really huge airport too. I feel like that's one of the main issues with Roe Aviation, is that a huge airport does not mean a good airport, because 90% of the time in those large airports it's empty and it has a really awkward layout. But LL somehow managed to have a large airport and really like decently lay it out and like basically fill up the emptiness of it. They also have a pretty impressive IFE for a small airline. Most small airlines don't even have the IFE, so not only do they have an IFE, they have a really decent one. They also have a mad potential. Like, this is actually the main reason why I placed them in number 7 or like higher depending on who you are, but like just the sheer amount of potential I see behind them to grow as an airline, because they could easily grow to the size of Fly Kudos or Aqua in my opinion. They just need time for it. So that's why they claim the number 7 position. And coming in hot at number 6, we have Le Monde Airlines. The main reason why I don't put them any higher, or like I don't feel comfortable placing them any higher than the top 5, is because many of you guys have known in the aviation community, there was drama between LIMO and a bunch of other stuff, and they basically kicked everyone out from their group. So you had to request to go back to join the group so you could go on flights, and the main issue was that they never accepted my request. Like, I'm still waiting for them to get to my request and allow me to join the group and allow me to go on their flights. So that's why I'm not comfortable placing them any higher. But LIMO Airlines, another OG status airline, and like I said, despite them being thrown into drama, they still came back and like they recovered pretty well just from like an outside view, and overall amazing airline that still holds its OG status. But like I said, I'm not comfortable placing them any higher is because I haven't been on a flight from them in like an entire year. I think about that, and like judging from my memory and other YouTube videos I've seen, I feel like they deserve the number 6 position. I can't place them any higher because, like I said, I haven't been on a flight with LIMO for like 1 year or something. So this is why they'll comfortably sit at number 6. And coming in at number 5, we have QATAR Airways. I know I pronounced QATAR wrong. I don't know how to say it correctly. Everyone in my Discord server keeps bugging me about it. But they have amazing plane models, interior and exterior wise. They also provide excellent service at their very well built airports. Not only that, they also have very nice staff uniforms. I feel like that's one of the things that's overlooked in the road aviation community. Most airlines, they don't even have a proper uniform for their staff members. But not only do QATAR have one, it's also one of the best I've seen in road aviation, in my opinion. They also have some of the best food models I've seen, and just overall, like, I feel like QATAR and LIMO are really similar. They're like one of those massive airlines that still provide really excellent services to the public. But I don't know. I placed QATAR higher than LIMO on this for 2020 just because, like I said, for my LIMO segment, that I haven't been on a flight with LIMO for around a year, so that's why QATAR will come in at number 5. And surprisingly, coming at number 4, we have Swiss Airlines. They're one of the most aesthetically pleasing airlines I've seen that like compete with like S-tier airlines like Atlantis Air for like the most aesthetically pleasing airline. They also have one of the best lighting and shading system. I feel like that highly contributes to it. Not only that, they have a small staff team. Like every time I've been there, they only have like 4 staff members at each flight. But despite that, they get the job done quickly in a snap. No bullshit whatsoever. They also had a very drastic improvement of the entire airline. Like 2-3 months ago, I would not place Swiss Airlines in the top 5. I'll like place them number 9 and 10. They'll come in top 10, but they won't be in the top 5. The main reason behind that is that they basically did a lot. They got new airports, they improved their lighting system. Not only that, they stripped out the interior of their planes and completely changed it. They basically have a very aesthetic airport game and planes in their airline, so that's why they come in number 4. The only reason why I couldn't place them any higher is because the lack of IFE. The lack of IFE is really holding them back from competing for the number 2 and 3 position, but at the moment they still did a really good job coming in at number 4. And before we even get into our top 3 best airlines of 2020, let's like talk about our honorable mention. So right off the bat, our first honorable mention will be Pigeon Express Airlines. With Pigeon Express Airlines, I feel like their main issue now is just experience. At the moment, they are a really new airline and a really small one, so that's why they didn't make the top 10. But I feel like they could definitely, I definitely see the potential behind them to come into my top 10 next year. But for 2020, I feel like they won't make the list, but they're still a very honorable mention just because I could see the potential behind them. And for my second honorable mention, I'll talk about Sands International Airlines. For Sands International Airlines, like this is a pretty large group within the community. It has like 10k members. I feel like just underwhelming. Like with an airline of over 10k members, Sands International Airline just feels like a slightly underwhelming to me. I'm not saying that they're bad because obviously a lot of airlines didn't make this list. There's like a bunch of them, but I'm just saying there's so much they could improve on, but I'm not gonna go too deep about it. So let's actually get straight into our top 3. So coming in at number 2 and 3, we have Fly and Air Canada. The main reason why I didn't split it into 2 slides is that they basically share the same quirks that make them in my top 10 of 2020. So right off the bat, they have very well built airports. Not only is it like large airports, it's like well designed and very well laid out and pre-planned. They also have very modern technology and advanced IFEs and check-ins. Some of the best IFEs and check-ins I've seen in road aviation. They just look like so beautiful and stuff. And just the sheer amount of effort they put into translating and like making the game feel realistic. They speak in French and in English. If that's not effort, I don't know what is. Not only that, they have an amazing fleet of planes with nice livery, basically everything. They have a nice exterior, interior, and all of these reasons combined, I'll comfortably place them for my number 2 and 3 for the best airlines of road aviation for 2020. And coming in at number 1, many of you guys probably know what I'm gonna say, is obviously I praised this airline multiple times on my channel, but coming in for the number 1 position, we have LA Airways. This is the best airline I have seen in Royal Aviation. 10 out of 10. I will totally go back. Okay, in all honesty, that's probably the worst airline in Royal Aviation history, but I just want to make like a simple joke. I'm wondering like how many people I pissed off by saying that. I wonder how many people just like straight up clicked off the video the moment I mentioned LA Airways. Alright, but in all honesty, let's actually move on to the number 1 airways. So coming in at number 1, like I said, it's not, oh, don't worry, it's not going to be LA Airways. That was just a joke, alright? Just a friendly joke. But coming in at number 1 is going to be Atlantis Air. In all honesty, I could probably make a 30-minute video alone praising Atlantis Air. They are legit the most entertaining airline I've ever been to, no cap. They have an amazing resort in the airport with functioning entertainment systems like mountain climbing, helicopters, go-karts, and a fucking Ferris wheel. In my opinion, they have truly changed the Royal Aviation community. Before Atlantis Air, flights would just be you joining the game, right? Boarding the plane, wait for 30 minutes, and get off the plane. Does this sound boring? Because it was boring. But Atlantis Air changed all of that. I interviewed the HRs of Atlantis Air, and they told me the philosophy behind Atlantis Air. They didn't just want to focus on the flight segment. They also wanted to focus on what comes after and before the flight to complete the whole picture. A lot of airlines, I would say, have not necessarily started copying Atlantis Air, but they have started to use Atlantis Air as a role model to improve their own airline. That is truly something I approve of and look forward to in the community. Air Atlantis legit goes above and beyond the Call of Duty, and you guys can fucking tell since I give them a freaking 11 out of 10 twice back to back. Alright, for all of these reasons, Atlantis Air claims the number 1 position for 2020. And with Atlantis Air tying up the list for the best airlines of Royal Aviation for 2020, thank you guys for watching this video. I know this was a highly requested video, and I'm extremely sorry for delaying it for so long, just because I wanted to give smaller airlines and other airlines more opportunities to like move up their ranks on this list, because I was waiting for improvement and such. But thank you guys for watching the video. 2020 has been an amazing year for my channel. Like, I did not expect my channel to have even over 100 subs. We're halfway there at 1,000. I can't believe it. It's only been like how many months? 6 months ever since I started truly making videos on my channel. I just really want to thank every single one of you guys watching my video. So thank you guys for watching my video. As always, information and all the links to all these groups will be down in the description below. I hope you guys have an enjoyable New Year's. This is Eclipse Roblox. I hope to see you in 2021.